Hi, and welcome to Solo Parenting, the show for all single parents, whether you're a mom or a dad, divorced, widowed, or never married, custodial or visitational. I'm Cynthia McGregor.
If you're the mother of a child with behavior problems, I'd like to talk to you. My name is Janet Lehman, and I'm a behavioral therapist and a mom. I know what it's like when the child that you love becomes a defiant, out-of-control child who disrespects you.
That's why my husband James and I created the Total Transformation, the program that tens of thousands of moms are now using to turn around their child's behavior.
If you've heard about the Total Transformation and wondered if it will work for you, now you can try it for free. I'm willing to give away 1,000 programs today for free.
All you need to do is get the program and let us know how it works for you. We'll let you keep it for free.
I know the Total Transformation works because I used these techniques with my own son and with troubled kids for over 30 years. Let me prove to you that it works by giving you the program free.
Call the number on your screen now to get the Total Transformation free.
This week for our guest, we're doing something a little bit different. Usually we have experts. We have a different kind of expert this week. A been there, done that, brought home the t-shirt expert. Our own panelist, Danielle Doros, who is herself, of course, a single mom. But Danielle is a single mom, a never married mom. And I brought her on the show to talk to us about that because, you know, we always say at the beginning of the show that we're for all single parents, whether you're widowed, divorced, or never married. But we don't often address the never marrieds. So this week, it's your chance, never marrieds, although a lot of what Danielle has to say will be applicable to divorced and widowed moms as well. But anyhow, I've got Danielle sitting here ready to talk to us about being a single, never married mom. So without further ado, Danielle, welcome to the guest seat instead of the panelist seat.
Thank you for having me. Good morning, Cynthia.
Good morning. Tell us first how you decided to become, I mean, it was a choice, and it's not a choice that everyone makes, but it's a choice that some other mothers make also. So
Sure.
What decided you to have a child even though you didn't have a husband?
Well, I think I was in a relationship, obviously, with someone for quite a while. We were friends first for many, many years, and then we took our relationship to another level. And unexpectedly, we did conceive a child, and we were both very, very happy about it. I've always wanted children, but I've always been a career-driven woman, and I always thought, God, you know, am I missing the boat? Am I throwing myself too much into work? Because I really always wanted to be a mom. So we were blessed. We were truly blessed by this gift of our daughter. But, you know, with that came some complications in our own relationship, and so instead of rushing to get married, which, you know, society really tells us is the right thing to do, I did feel that pressure, and I almost did actually marry him. But right now, I think we both came to a point where the most important part is raising our daughter and doing it right. And so right now we're parenting together, but separate. And our main goal is that Juliet has a beautiful life, and she knows she has two parents that love her. And then we are simultaneously working on our relationship, and you know, I hope that at the end of this we get that fairy tale ending and we're all a family unit. But right now the priority really stands of parenting our child and making sure that, you know, she has a happy life, and we're putting ourselves kind of secondary to that right now.
And Juliet's dad is supportive, I don't mean just financially, but emotionally supportive of you as well as of Juliet?
Yes, I think there's a struggle with that as well, because he owns his own business. He's very business oriented, and sometimes I feel that comes ahead of our family, and that's where we run into problems, because I also am a full-time career woman. I've been in the pharmaceutical industry for 16 years. Luckily, I work for a fabulous company which allows me to work from home. So I I'm kind of juggling it all, and he gets to really concentrate just on work. And, you know, sometimes that becomes not fair, I feel, sometimes, so that creates some issues in our life, but we're trying to work through that. But
I'm sorry, you were going to say something?
Emotionally, he is there as much as he can be.
Now, do you ever contemplate having another child in your present circumstances?
No, because I think I really have always wanted a traditional family. I didn't go about this saying I want to have a child, I did my career, and now I just want to do it, and I can do it all on my own. That really wasn't my train of thought. I really still believe in a traditional family, and I think it's important that kids have a dad. So no, if I continued a relationship with him and we became very solid, perhaps I would have another child. Or if I was in another relationship down the road, perhaps I would. But I think I would want to.
You'd want the ring on the finger before.
Yeah, I think that would be a nice thing, to have the ring on the finger, yeah.
Now tell me, how does your family feel about this? Are they supportive?
My family is very supportive. At first they were very nervous, I think, because they know that it's a lot to take on.
But they're not judgmental.
Not judgmental at all. They're very happy for me. We have a very solid foundation. Even though my parents were divorced when I was young, they have a very, very good relationship now. And so when we all get together, it's just one big family, and I think that's kind of what gets me through everything. Like I said in the beginning, they were concerned, but I think they were even more concerned that I would marry him and that it wouldn't work out. And we were marrying not for the wrong reason, but we were expediting that process because of having conceived a child. So I think they're very happy with my decisions. They brought me up well. I have a real strong belief in faith in God, and I think she's going to be just fine, you know.
Now, how do you plan to explain to Juliet when she's a little older? She's 1 now, right?
Yeah.
When she's a little older.
Well, she's 1.5, yeah.
1.5.
Yeah, I forget that, yeah.
When she's a little older and starts asking questions, how do you plan to explain to her the circumstances under which her being here on this world came about?
I would tell her she is absolutely a gift from God, and that we are very blessed to have her as a part of this family. And I would explain to her that some people have 2 daddies, some people have 2 mommies, some people have, you know, 2 separate families. Some people have one whole family together, and she's very lucky that she has a huge family. His mother is very involved in her life, her grandmother on that side of the family. So if she questioned, why are you not with Daddy, that's what I would say. I would say, listen, we're all here for you, and this is your family, and we all love you, and that's what's most important. So, no.
How will you cushion her against people who will make inappropriate comments about her parents never having been married?
You know, I guess maybe, I don't know if I'm being naive about that. I don't know how much that will come up, because I think that the world is a lot different now than
Thank God.
Yeah, than when our parents were together. And I don't think a lot of, it's unfortunate in one way that a lot of kids come from a divorced family. And, you know, I think of things like, I used to watch Dr. Phil a lot, and he had a slogan, better for kids to come from a broken home than live in a broken home.
Yes,
and
I've never heard that, but I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah, so I don't regret any of our decisions, because, again, I think she really has a solid support system around her. And if she was asked that, I would just say that 2 people can truly love one another and not get married, and still continue to love one another, and continue to love you and be parents to you. And that, although it's probably the ideal situation, that I would want that for my daughter, to meet someone, get married, have a baby in that order. But if it doesn't work that way, it doesn't mean that the parents love you any less, or they love each other any less. It's just a decision that, God willingly, they're allowed to make for themselves.
Now, how did you find this ideal job that allows you to work at home and take care of your child?
Well, I put a lot of time into my career, like I said. So I was a real career-driven person. So I established a lot of accounts all over the country. We sell pharmaceutical packaging, and I created a very positive name for myself in the industry. And because I've been doing the career so long, I am able to multitask. I am able to give my daughter all the attention she needs emotionally, as well as juggle this career that I have. I have a supportive company that really supports
But how did you find them? How did you latch on to this marvelous job?
Well, this was 16 years ago, so I was...
So you were working at home even before you had Juliet?
No, I actually was working for Ivana Trump as a personal assistant, go figure, for a few years. And then I went into the fashion and cosmetic industry. And then from there, the owners of this company wanted me to sell packaging in the pharmaceutical industry. And to be honest with you, I was totally against it. I said, I don't know anything about drugs, and there was no pizzazz in it, and I thought, I'm not going to like this. I loved it. 16 years later, it's been the best decision I've ever made. I work for a wonderful family who's very supportive, and in the evening hours, now because I am responsible for all of Juliet's financial being and stability, I am launching my own company, which is really products targeted for kids. We have a lot of great stuff coming out next month, a book in which you helped me on, so I'm very grateful for that. And some cleaning products to help busy moms for children's messes, and a children's accessory line. So there's a lot of nifty things coming in the next month. So there's a lot to juggle, but you know, I've really never been as happy as I am now.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And we're out of time. Thanks
thank
so
you.
much for sharing your life with us
Thank you, Cynthia.
today.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.